Hello everyone, this is Satirax from Paranoid PvE World Server. Today I'm going to talk to you about Resto Druid macros. So for those of you, if this is your first time watching my macro video, just so you know, probably by the time you see this video, it's going to be very much outdated. And so all the updates are inside the full description underneath this video. So click where it says show more, and then you can see all the information and the macros at the bottom. Other than that, let's get right on into it. Let's start off with the style of macros that I use. I have a bunch of macros here. Macro, 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 macro. These are all Mouseovers. And in caster form, like I am now, have it like that. Bear form, like this. Same thing. Cat form, same thing. Come out of prowling, and I'm ready to heal. Alright. For cooldown situations, symbiosis, NS, pot, iron bark, and then I have tree form here. So I use nature's vigil, go tree form, bam, tranquility. And only noobs let me get all that off in RBGs and arenas. Okay, so that's that. I love the afro. Now, before I get into how I use all of my macros, let's just talk about macros in general. Okay, Mouseover macros. Well, what's a Mouseover macro? Well, it's easy. You mouse over somebody, and they get a heal without you actually focusing on them. All right. Or if you have them set focused, they appear here. Or with my options, this is Healbot, by the way. Okay, there's a Voodoo, Healbot. There's a couple other equivalencies out there for add-ons. Whatever you want to use, whatever suits your purpose, by all means, use it. But it helps me save up a lot of room. As you can see, I have free space here. Situational. Okay. And I mainly use Wild Mushroom Bloom for PvE situations. But situational purposes alone, I will use it in PvP as well. Okay, so Mouseovers, my bear form macro, as you can see, my key bindings, this is just how I have my key bindings set up. For Moonfire, throwing a little bit of DPS, whatever. And entangling roots there. As you can see in your keyboard, F and G are right next to one another. So I use that. When I go in my bear form, as soon as I go in bear form, the only reason for me as a healer to go in bear form is for survivability purposes. I'm being attacked. So I hit my middle mouse button, which also enables bark skin. Okay, if I hit my middle mouse button again, I use Might Fursock. Okay. Also in bear form, and only in bear form, did I mainly use Nature's Grass, because for the most part I'm running away from people. Then of course I have Displacer Beast as well. Okay, so that's pretty much how I use my macros. You can either hover over them in the actual world itself, or in your Healbot, and then let your Mouseover macros go to work. It also works for DPS as well. However you want to roll, it's on you. Now, as far as for glyphs, talents, Displacer Beast, Tier 1, Tier 2, NS, just read it. And for Mass Entanglement, combined with Vortex, it's beautiful. Alright, especially when trying to contain and get people off your butt. There's no excuse for not being able to get away. I don't care if they're DK. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, of course, tree form and nature's vigil. Okay, so that's how I do that. As far as glyphs, for me, I shapeshift a lot. So reducing the mana cost of my shapeshift form by 90% is beautiful. Okay, it's awesome. Then I have Nature's Grasp, another thing for keeping them off me. They hit me, they stay still. I love it. Survivability, it's beautiful. But for absolute healing, Life Bloom. Okay, gotta have it. Alright, so pick whatever goes along with your playstyle. It's on you. That's what I do. Saves me a lot of mana. Okay. Let's see here. Let's pinpoint some stuff here. As far as how to make a macro, okay, because these are all just concepts. Now, it's not an actual single target spam that I use for healing. No. But if you can come up with one, hey, by all means, do it. But I don't suggest it. All these macros are situational. If you looked at my tank macros for Guardian, Druid, and Pharaoh, you know, you have your one button spammers there. Okay, so all the one button spammer lovers, that's where you go. But for here, for healing, you know, you don't want to do that. Disc Priest, you can sort of do that. I have a video for that as well. You can look that up. Alright, let's see. Let's go over my main heal macro here. Okay, I'll call it Nature Tranquil. Got Nature's Vigil, the one you see right here on the right. Okay, Incarnation, Tree of Life, and Tranquility. The first thing you put, you can use this for DPS too now. The whole concept is you can have Number Science, Show Tooltip, and then Start Attack. The reason why I have that is so that, actually I don't have to have it on my healer, but for DPS, if you tab target, get rid of that habit. Now you can use tab for other things, because Start Attack is gonna, as soon as you hit the button, you're automatically in combat with the actual target that you're closest to, that's in front of you. That's how that works. Then you have / cast sequence, space, reset equals 3. 3 meaning the number of abilities that I'm using in this rotation. Then you have, you can put /use or /cast, you know, works the same way, whatever. Normally if you shift click an item, if it has a certain enchant that does something, you can put /use and left click and shift, and it'll come up with use. You can also use cast. So trial and error, certain things work, some things don't work, whatever. Another thing you can do is use what I like to call a priority cast. So I will go and show you. Which one was it? It's the PV one I use for tanking. Okay, for instance, /use space ! Mangle. So I have Mangle right there. It doesn't say cast or just use by itself. Well, this is a priority cast. Priority cast is simple. No matter where I am in my rotation, as long as Mangle's off of its cooldown, it'll be put in front of whatever ability I'm going to use next in my rotation, making Mangle a priority. And that's how priority cast work. Okay, try it with other abilities, but that's what I use it for. So that's just one I use on tanking. This macro is also on the tanking vid, whatever. I'm not going to put this macro underneath my healing druid. Okay, let me see. So that's priority cast, and that's pretty much how you set up these macros. So you can just, for those who don't know, just Control C once you click show more underneath the video and you look at the full description. Scroll down, look at the macros. You see a macro you like, highlight it, Control C to copy, and Control V as in Victor in game here. Alright, and then you can paste it. That's the easiest way for you to do it. But if you notice, just so you understand, if you don't decide to do that and you want to do it manually, okay, whatever's there, let me just go over here. I got everything filled up. What is this? Old school. Alright, so like if I go here, let me just copy this one here. It's just, okay. Now, I'm just coming back in. Let's say I tabbed out, whatever. I want to make a new macro. Blah, blah, blah. You pick question mark. Alright, don't pick an icon over here. You pick question mark. Why? Because as you're going through your abilities, okay, you want to show tooltip. Remember the show tooltip? You want that to actually show all of the abilities icons as you go through your rotation. That's what show tooltips for. Okay, so you know where you are in your rotation. So always pick the question mark icon, nothing else. All right, and then once you have it all in there, you click save. Okay, I'm not going to use this crap, so. Alright, let me see here. What else did I miss? Oh, what I will also put in there is focus assist macros. Like if you're doing arenas and you have Cyclone, you want to put focus assist, you can put that in there, whatever. Don't worry, I'll put it underneath in the description for you, for those who need help with that. Let me see, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Let me see, I got my pounce here. So all in one button. I'm in cat form, the same button. You know, I can pounce. You got to use your character 100%. Okay, when you're doing RBGs and you're doing arenas, just you know, you're on the right team, you got a good arena partner, you got to pull your weight. All right, so use every inch of your tune. So if I'm coming up on somebody on RBG, right, and it's just one person, and I have somebody with me, and we're trying to, you know, hem him up a bit, I'll go up and pounce if he's not doing no massive damage already on my guy who's with me. So let me see here. No snare, very important macro here that I use, and I use it in cat form or bear form. No snare allows me to, with one button, all right, I click out of any snare, any movement of Parrot Effect, Frost Nova from the mages, any of that crap, get out of it real fast, one click of a button. It takes me out of whatever form I'm in, put me in another form, and put me back in the form I originally was in the beginning. Very important for druids. All of you should have one if you're PvPing. Let's see what else I use here. Yeah. Make sure you also have vortex and mass entanglement. If I didn't say that already. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, I don't do that in combat. If I'm inside of a form and I want to snap out of it, I just heal and I'm back out. Okay, so just doing this for show. When I go in bear form, my bear form macro, okay, got it all set up the same way, whatever. All right, and I cast bark skin immediately. All right, as you can see, I actually got to take out nature's grass because the crap wasn't working. Here, let me make an adjustment right here in front of you guys. Huh? Let's see if I can priority cast it. So let's get out of bear form. So let's say I'm in the middle of healing. And I'm running and I'm surviving. Oh my god. And I throw out another heal. I'm throwing life blooms out. Uh-oh, they're on my ass. Oh, it didn't priority cast. And that's how I know that doesn't work. So that's why I have nature's grass there on my tilde button. So don't even use it there. So a lot of that's trial and error how I figure out these macros. I just didn't make that adjustment. So that's the bear form. Now you don't have to put bark skin in there if you don't want to. But the only reason I'm going to actually, look at this guy here. The only reason I'm actually going to go into bear form is because people are hitting me. So if they're already on me, hey, I want them to do 20% less damage. So that's why I made that macro. Okay. Now you can use nature's graphs and I believe in any form, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to just use it in bear form. I mainly use it in bear form because as they're hitting me and they're doing 20% less damage with bark skin, I also like to hit my tilde button, hitting nature's grass. As I'm running away, I want them to sit still for a minute and time out. Okay. If that's not working, as you can see, my F key is binded with vortex and mass entanglement. Extra timeout time. All right, it goes from there. So that's just a little something for survivability. That's pretty much it. What didn't I cover? What didn't I cover? Yeah, I believe that's all. That is all. Yeah, I'll be putting these macros on there underneath. All right, that's about it. Hope you're done with your popcorn. This is Satirax from Paranoid PvE World Server. Hey, I've hoped I help you guys out a lot. Newcomers, by all means, use what you like. If you guys have any suggestions, and then you want to comment on any questions, ask. Okay, I'll be glad to help you guys out. You all take care. Happy rating, happy RPGs. Enjoy. Satirax signing out.